Welcome to Brave Healer Productions. We are waking the world up to what's possible for healing, one brave word at a time.
So it's
Welcome, everyone. Happy Poetry Month. I'm Laura DeFranco, the CEO of Brave Healer Productions, where we have a mission to wake the world up to what's possible for healing, one brave word at a time. I also happen to be the lead author of this beautiful book called 100 Poems and Possibilities for Healing. I gathered 30 of my fellow poets and asked them to share their brave words and poetry in this beautiful book. And I'm so excited to celebrate all month long with our poets. And Nydia is here today to help me do that. Welcome, Nydia.
hello, welcome everybody, welcome Laura. Thanks for
So
having me.
thank you so much for being here today to help me celebrate one of my biggest passions. You guys, Nydia Laysa Stone is a global somatic therapist and holistic coach, master teacher of the healing arts, yoga, tantric embodiment, violet flame, Egyptian, SEKHEM energy and light code activations, shamanic ceremonies, and the rites of the Munai key. Nydia lives between Bali, India, and the islands of the Caribbean, Greece, and Fiji, where she holds her signature rewilding retreats. She wrote chapter 28 in this book, and it's called Whispers of Wisdom, Secret Spells and Codes for Sovereign Survival. And Nydia, I want to get right to it. I would love it if you would read your poem for us today. What's the poem called?
The poem is called Today I Walk in Beauty,
All right.
Scars to Humility, and Pain to Power.
Oh, okay. That was a longer title than I remember. Can you repeat it one more time? Because I interrupted you.
Today I walk in beauty, scars to serenity, pain to power.
All right. The mic is all yours.
You showered me with roses and razor blades. In your wicked laboratory, you were running your experiments on me, measuring, observing, with your distant, detached mind of a scientist. I could feel your excitement about every scream escaping my soul and the burns and scars you left on me. My skin was getting worn and raw, ripping open in the most delicate and vulnerable places. My womanhood, my sacred feminine, my flower, my heart, my soul. Always taking notes, love and gentleness in measured doses. You played me on the puppet strings of my own neediness, my woundings of a child, keeping me in the destructive cycles of your games because I had once learned that this is love. But I disentangled from your surgeon's grip and calculated cruelty. Ancient power stirred within my core, my womb, resilience. No longer the submissive marionette, I ceased to dance to your manipulations, becoming unchained. Once a willing dancer in the wicked waltz of an abusive narcissist, I now remember how to weave my tapestry of sovereignty. With flames of courage, dignity of heart, I recognize that love is not synonymous with pain. Thank you for shattering this part of me which only could respond to these old scars, so I could shed my skin and the skins of all my sisters, mothers, grandmothers, my entire lineage. Ancient ones, thank you for the blessing. I stripped naked, layer by layer, invited my demons right into my life, so they can't come and trigger me out of the blue. You watched the phoenix rising and tried so hard to punish me. but I did find the key. I learned to loosen your grip and chains with the forces of forgiveness and set myself free. Today, the power is mine. I smile at you and your attempts. Your words have lost their razor-cutting edges. They have no power over me because today I write my own words on my destiny. Today, I smile at you and walk away. A teasing swing in my hip, a smile glistening in my eye, joy in my heart, a song in my soul. Today, I walk in beauty, and the power is mine.
There's so many powerful lines in that poem. That whole poem is an amazing healing experience. Thank you so much. I wrote down a couple of lines. Love and gentleness in measured doses. I wonder if some of you resonate with that feeling. Also, I once learned this is love. Deeply resonate with your whole poem, Nydia. Thank you. You know, the most
Okay.
one of the most important things that I want people to know about kind of the why behind my poetry is that it helped me connect with this deeper place beyond rules of writing, and it felt like soul expression for me. And I feel this in yours and all of our poets in the book. Share a little bit more about the why behind your poetry. What do you want people to know about your process?
Well, I actually write about my love to the word and to poetry in the book and in one of the other poems. So for me, I think it is, I believe deeply in the power of word. And so, well, I mainly write for myself, but now I publish because I feel that these words might be an inspiration for others and a helpful part of the healing journey. And the thoughts and words have an effect on our somatic body. They resonate in our body and our whole somatic system. And they also create our belief system and ultimately our world, our reality. So this is how powerful words are for me. And they used to be, when I was a kid, words used to be my safety line. They were my elixir of resilience and survival, my protection in a way. And so words that I read or invented became like my talismans, my guardians of portals I created in between spaces of these words, and they were my secret getaways to escape into a hidden landscapes where I was safe. So words are powerful healing tools, like mantras in Sanskrit or incantations that I use in my retreats to open sacred ceremonies. We all know the vowels, the power of spells that we use since mankind, and the secret codes. They have a frequency, they have a taste, they have a sound and a texture that we can receive. And so with words, they can make us happy, sad. You can kill with words or uplift somebody or yourself. So this is poetry for me, and the writing, the power of the word.
I love it. So powerful. You guys, in the book, there's so many things. We share stories about our poetry, why, and there's the beautiful poems. But I also asked each poet to include a prompt for you to enjoy. So if you don't already have your notebook and pen, you might want to pause the video and go grab that right now. Because Nydia, would you please read your prompt from the book?
So I write about sovereignty also in this chapter, like being the author of our life and reality puts us in the driver's seat. Sovereignty is the supreme power of independent authority, freedom of choice, and ultimately the entire responsibility for our beliefs, thoughts, intentions, values, emotions, circumstances, actions, and consequences. If you claimed your personal sovereignty today at the snap of your fingers, by choosing your magic words, spells, and codes, what would you shed? What would you call in? What would change? And why? So, snap your fingers and get in the driver's seat.
That is a juicy prompt. All right, listeners, it's your turn. Take some time to write on that prompt today. See what moves through you. Write without censoring yourself, right? No rules. Just write it out. Nydia, thank you so much for what you do in the world and for being here today to help me celebrate Poetry Month.
Thank you, Laura. And thank you so much for what you do in the world.
So, you guys, this is so much more than a book. It's a generous community of amazing people like Nydia. So, I have her hooked up with her website down below. Please go read more about what she is up to, her beautiful retreats around the world. And you can reach out to all of our poets who are there for the next step for you, for support, for questions, for whatever. And also, don't forget to grab your copy of this beautiful book. Maybe you all have a poem that you want to share. We have a Warrior Love Poetry page on Facebook, and you could submit your poems. So drop down below for information about that, for the Amazon link to our beautiful book. And also, if you're ready, we are accepting applications for volume 2 of 100 Poems and Possibilities. So you can drop down and read more about that opportunity. So many fun things coming up. Lastly, today, remember, your words change the world when you're brave enough to share them. So it is time to be brave. See you next time, everyone.